What's up guys, Thomas here, back with another Tech Tip Tuesday, and today we're going to be installing these front bumper quick disconnects from Move Over Racing. Now this kit from Move Over Racing is a little bit different than the traditional quick disconnects, the one that uses those rubber bands. I'm not saying the rubber band method is like bad, I'm just saying this one's a lot better. This one has rods that bolt to the chassis of the car, and then you install this button part on the bumper and it's done. It's adjustable, you can change the length or where it adjusts from. So if you have bumper sag problems, like everyone who's taken off their bumper more than a couple times, this will fix that problem for you. And there are some that use the same method, like the rod with the clicky disconnect thing. And they only come with one per side. This kit comes with two per side, which will get rid of your bumper sag. Just using one, you might still have some bumper sag. Now, before we start the install, it's a really good idea to print out or just look up on your phone the manufacturer's installation guide for Move Over Racing. This is like 20 pages or something like that. Totally worth it, step by step. It's mostly pictures, you don't have to read a lot. Just look at the cool pictures. They're really detailed photos. A great way to supplement this installation video, and to find this, it's on our website on the product page for these Move Over Quick Disconnect bumper kits. And yeah, download it. So this is what the kit is going to include. You're gonna have this part, the little button part that's gonna go on the bumper, and then this pin that's gonna be attached to the car, the frame of the car. And they just clip in pretty easy, just like that. They're gonna have two longer rods and then two shorter ones. For the longer ones, it's gonna go towards the wheel, while this one is gonna go to the hole towards the headlight. You have a nut followed by a washer, and then you're gonna have the angled spacer, and then this part is where the car is gonna go, and then behind it you're gonna put another angled spacer followed by a washer followed by a nut. It's gonna be the same thing on the shorter end. You're gonna be nut, washer, and then in between the two washers is gonna be the car frame, and then you're gonna have the washer and then a nut. Pretty simple. Now the first thing you need to do, which is pretty obvious, is remove the front bumper. Then you're going to want to remove the headlight brackets and the little screw, the Phillips head screw that holds on this little bracket that the bumper sits on. And the view you're looking at, it's the top left-hand corner. And you can either snap this off after you take that screw off, like I did, or you can carefully remove it. But either way, if it breaks, it doesn't matter because we're never going to use this part again. Now you're going to see two square holes, and we're going to use the hole that's closest to the wheel. So the longer rod, the longer bumper hardware rod is gonna go there with the angled spacers there. But you're gonna wanna push that before you tighten it so it's all the way forward of the square hole towards the headlight. So make sure it's all the way forward, positioned closer to the headlight, then you can tighten that down. Now the second mounting point is in a factory hole. We're gonna use the second square hole as a reference point. Now halfway, I used a piece of tape, halfway of that hole, we're gonna follow that forward around this angled piece, and halfway between that angled piece, the center point of that, we're gonna make our mark, center punch it, and then drill a 1/4 inch hole. Then you're gonna install the short rod on that hole. Now at this point, if you have a 2017 or newer FRS BRZ or 86, actually just be 86 or BRZ, you don't have to listen to this next part. But if you have a 2013 or 2016, your headlight brackets are gonna be in the way. So we're gonna measure out a little part that we need to cut off, and then we're gonna cut it off. All right, so now it's toothpaste time, or you could use grease. You just need some substance to put on the little ball head of the rods that we just installed in the chassis to get our reference points of where to drill on the bumper, because now we're gonna be installing those buttons, those quick disconnect buttons on the outside of the bumper. So add your toothpaste, add your grease, and then you're gonna reinstall the bumper, see where those marks are. Then you're gonna center punch those marks from the inside of the bumper. Then we're gonna wipe them off and do the same process again to verify that our center punches are in the same spot. You can do this 2 or 3 or 4 times, just because this is the last, you get one shot of drilling your holes in the bumper. If you mess up, you've got a messed up bumper. All right, so now that you've verified that your center punches are in the exact spot where those little quick disconnect rods are, then you can take your step drill and we're gonna drill a 3/4 of an inch hole in there and then thread on those quick disconnect buttons. Now, if you did everything right, it should just click right back on.
Ooh, yeah. Yep, it's not going anywhere.
Now this whole process should take about an hour and a half. Hopefully with this video and the awesome instructions that Move Over Racing made that is on our website, it should take you hopefully less or maybe exactly an hour and a half. Anyways, this is a great way to take on and off your bumper. If you're doing that frequently, definitely invest in this. I know it's a little pricey to some, but it's probably well worth it if you take your bumper off more than like twice. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to send us an email at sales@ft86speedfactory.com. Also remember, for the first hour of every video, I'll be monitoring the comments so we can like live chat in the comment section if you have questions as well. You can like this video if you found it helpful. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. We're gonna be installing the front bumper quick disconnects from, who are these from? It's hard to freeball this.